Hello students, today we'll discuss about the factorization of polynomials. In the last video I have given information about the polynomials, that what is polynomial and different kinds of polynomials. Now we have done the factorization of polynomials in earlier classes in class 7 as well as in class 8. This is not a new topic for you, but some new methods and some new polynomials are added in class 9. Now there are some methods mentioned to how to factorize the polynomial. The first one is the finding out the common factor. In the first exercise of RS Agrawal, you can find out this kind of problems. In this, just you have to find out the common factors of the given terms of the polynomials. Then divide all the terms of the polynomial by the common factor, and in this way you can factorize the polynomial. And the second one is by grouping. In the questions of grouping, at least 4 or 6 or 8 or maybe more than that terms will be there. In that you have to make the groups by using binomial or trinomials. And just like the first method, you have to find out the common factor of the groups, and then you have to find out the common factors in such a way that whatever the polynomials left in the group bracket, that all should be same, and then you can factorize it by again finding out the common factor. These two are given in the first exercise of RS Agrawal, and you can see the example, you can solve the questions and you can solve it. That is not so big problem for you. The next one is by splitting the middle term. This is actually the third exercise in your book, that is RS Agrawal, but I am discussing this earlier because this is in this topic the children are having some problems. Okay, now the next one is the using the algebraic identities. Algebraic identities, you have used 4 or 5 algebraic identities to factorize the polynomials in class 8, and now some more identities are added. And the next one is the fact by factor theorem. The factor theorem you have read in class 9 in the chapter polynomials, and we use the same factor theorem to factorize the polynomials. But today we'll start the splitting the middle term. In the splitting the middle term, generally the polynomials will be in the form of trinomials, and they will be in two forms. The first one is x square plus bx plus c, and the second one is ax square plus bx plus c. What is the difference between these two? That you can see it very clearly, that there is only one difference, that in the coefficient of x square in the first case is 1 and the second case is a. We'll discuss the first form, that is x square plus bx plus c. Now in this b and c are real numbers. Real numbers means they may be rational, they may be irrationals. Okay, now we will discuss that term by term. The first one, when b and c are rational numbers. I have given some examples. You can see there are 5 examples. In the first 4, all the terms are integers, all the coefficient numbers are integers, and this last one of the term is in the form of fraction. But in any case, they all are rational numbers. Now, first step, we have to see whether the polynomial is in standard form or not. If it is not in standard form, change in the standard form. Second, see the sign of the last term, whether it is positive or negative. Okay, if it is positive, then just we have to factorize it into 2 terms only, into 2 numbers. Okay, 4, as you can see in the example number 1 and 2, the last term is plus 4. So if factorize plus 4, you will get either both the factors as positive or both the factors as negative. That is, plus 2 into plus 2 is also plus 4, and minus 2 into minus 2 is also plus 4. Now what you have to select, plus 2 or minus 2 or minus 2, that depends upon the sign of the middle term. Then we have to come to the sign of middle term. If the sign of the middle term, that is in example 1, is positive, then we have to select both the terms both the factors are positive. If the sign of the middle term is negative, just in second example, then we have to take both the factors negative. Now, how to get 5 when it is 4? 4 into 1 is equal to 4 and 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. In the first one, you have to select 4 plus 4 and 1. In the second one, minus 4 into minus 1. And just after that, first will be factorized like this, that is x square plus 4x plus x plus 4. Again, by using the grouping method, we can factorize it easily. Okay. If you face any problem in the factorization, then you can share your problems with me. Now see the last one, x square minus 2x plus 7 by 16. It is 7 by 16. So now the easiest way to solve this question is that just take 16 as the LCM, and then the polynomials will be changed as 16x square minus 32x plus 7 by 16. That is, the 16 will become the common denominator for all the terms, and we can easily factorize the numerator. Okay, these all are given in that ISO book as examples. You can solve it, and if you face any problem, please share with me. Now this last one, that is when b is irrational. B means the middle term will be irrational. Okay, the example is given that x square plus 7 root 6x plus 60. Now, what is the easiest way to solve this type of questions? First of all, we divide the last term with the square of the irrational factor of the middle term. Irrational factor means 7 root 6, 7 is rational, root 6 is irrational. The square of root 6 is 6. First of all, we divide 60 by 6 as I have explained in step number 1. Then we get quotient as 10. And whatever the quotient you get, because on all the question the numbers will be different. So first of all, we will divide with the square of the irrational factor of the second term. Then whatever that quotient we get, we factorize the quotient to get the middle term. That is the rational part of the middle term. That is 10. 10 can be factorized at 5 into 2. At 5 plus 2 is 7. So the split of this polynomial will be x square plus 5 root 6x plus 2 root 6x. Now from where this root 6 has come? Root 6, that we have divided 6 first. Now 6 is the square of root 6, that is root 6 into root 6. So both the root 6 we multiply by 5 and 2, and then we get 5 root 6 and 2 root 6. If you add the both, you get 7 root 6. In this way, split the middle term, and after that you can factorize it. Okay. Now you solve the related questions to the related topics. Okay. And if you have any problem, please share with me. Okay, thank you.